Hi, this is John Reed of JohnERP.com. I'm going to go on a little social media rant inspired by a headline I think I read, a couple of blog headlines, navel gazing, is social media dead, Twitter jumped the shark, all that kind of stuff. And I think some of that I do see as far as I'm seeing more and more vendors show up on Twitter with these channels that are basically broadcasting channels as opposed to listening channels. I think that's a big mistake. So yeah, broadcast. That's a mentality that is a total fail with a pound sign in front of it. But, listening can also be a fail in the sense of, okay, so I'm in conversation, but the conversation is just an echo chamber of people going round and round and round, replying back and forth and such. Now, conversation is good, but context is important. So I'm going to propose a cycle that is a little bit different for approaching social media. And here's the cycle I propose. Step one in the cycle, listen. So spend some time seeing the sentiment of those out there. Track their replies, track their blogs, read their blogs. Listen first, establish a context. Then enter into what I call go back to the lab. Do a research and experimentation phase where you develop your own ideas, throw some things against the wall, and see what sticks. Unplug at that point. Get out of the fray, spend some time on your own. Then the next phase becomes create. Create something unique, create something different, create something that has your mark on it. Emerge from that counterintuitive isolation of turning off devices and input. Emerge from that with something new and different. And then share and be out on the social networks again, posting links to that content, posting links to those new ideas, that new program, that new business idea. So do that cycle. And I think with the cycle in place, then we get out of the echo chamber a little bit. We bring something new and fresh and different. And we reestablish a context. And I would say that with the powerful tools out there, you can check out my Power of Pull video for more on Google Reader in that regard, that basically we can pull so much that it allows us to listen in whole new ways. And yet everyone's talking about broadcasting and no one's talking about the power of enhanced listening and what that can do to give you a context if you work at it. And it does take work. But I can tell you that I feel a lot more confident in the caliber of my work when I'm doing it in the context of all the input that I've received. Now, at some point you have to shut that input out and go do your thing, but you do need it. It frames what you're thinking about and gives you pointers. And so often I see blog posts, they come out, and it's clear the person who posted the blog doesn't understand the context, didn't bother to listen, doesn't link to other relevant people in their field, because they were more interested in frantically posting a blog than they were in establishing context. And if you don't establish context, you can't advance the conversation. And if you can't advance the conversation, then you are just creating noise. And the problem with that is that people aren't going to pay a lot of attention to that, and you're not going to stand out in that regard. There seems to be some idea that the more you post stuff, the more you can stand out. I read, blog every day or whatever. If you want to, maybe. But otherwise, blog when you have something to say, and make sure if you respect that cycle, I think you will have something to say, and I think you'll enjoy putting yourself out there in a way that has some authenticity to it. And, is there marketing involved? Well, the marketing kind of takes care of itself if there's real kick-ass content and great ideas underneath that you earn the hard way through old-fashioned, unplugged, in the lab, sleeves rolled up, sweat rolling down your brow, late night, early morning, butt-busting research. That will improve the conversation. This is John Reed of JohnERP.com with my social media rant.